Convoy, my name is Capra. I'm the responsible person for the family school of Damanhur. It's called Liber School, like in Liber S, because it's a utopian model. And our school exists already in Damanhur for 35 years. And a year and a half ago, we started to kind of do a new turn in the spiral. And I would love to show you a bit what are the news that we have developed these last times. Just to tell you where we're situated here, this is called Valletta Azzurra. It's the Monte Pilati National Park, and we're about a 2-minute walk from Damanhur in the part of Demil. And this is our outside schooling area, and in fact we have also a hanging classroom, how it's called by the bigger ones, or the big spider net, as the smaller ones call it. What are the age groups that we have in our school? We start with a cradle from 6 months to 3 years, kindergarten from 3 to 6 years, and then we have 5 years of elementary school, and we plan to take up again the 6th grade, which will be the first grade of middle class in September of next year. What have been the big changes of this year? In September we have started a new school year with 66 children. The year before we have already welcomed another 8 children from the surrounding villages, and from 43 we are now 66, becoming 68 in this next month. So we basically added 25 children. We have now more children that come from the outside of Damanhur than children from community children in Damanhur. This is a very big new thing. In addition, about 1/3 of the children attending our school have at least one parent who is not Italian, which means that intercultural competencies are really important to address that diversity, because we do have a strong focus on English, but we are not just an Italian school teaching English. We have an intercultural focus, which means recognizing and elaborating and understanding how people are coming from different backgrounds and how this kind of diversity becomes a richness for all. This is very much in tune with the value of Damanhur, that diversity is richness, and yet it does take an awareness about what this diversity consists in to really make it work. We define our approach as non-directive, experiential learning in nature. Now, the Damanhurian approach has always been experiential, and so far we have interpreted this in terms of journeys, traveling, hands-on learning, art. The thing that we have added now is actually to use the beautiful park that we have behind of our school, where you see me sitting right now, to use this as a classroom, as an instrument to stimulate the curiosity of the children. And this is going really well. So it's actually a wilderness approach that we have added. Another thing that has always been important, which is really enhanced by this outside learning, is the focus on developing one's senses. And here we mean both the outer senses of our body, but also the inner senses of feeling. Art is continuing to be a very important continuing thread that kind of puts together all the learning, and then it's the child that can elaborate the learning in a very original expression also through art. This is also connected to what we call a kind of a divergent thought, which is important for us as a value, that children can go beyond of what they see and kind of develop a creativity that goes beyond. And yet what the teachers report to me, what really is one of the key factors of our school is beyond all of this, is working on relationship issues, like developing social competencies. And this helps the children to develop the capacity to actually speak up, and this maybe the aspect that so many teachers that are doing the exams for our homeschooling experience at the end of the year have always said it's like our children have another gear, you know, they have something that it's really positive that they can use also throughout then their high school experience or whatever comes afterward. One of the really big assets of our school are the parents. So if you think that we have about 70 children, we also have a community of about 200 adults around these children who contribute both with donations, money, tuition fees, and those that do not have access to euros, also with talents. So actually this creates a richness of also another sort. So we have many contributions that come in through also volunteering, and this creates a sense of generosity and of also of connection, of being a community.
Nice.
The group that you see here is our 5th elementary class, who will be the first middle school class from September on, because our plan is to retake also the middle school starting with these kids. They are now coming here to the hanging classroom, which is, as you see, a very popular place. And Lebre will do an exercise with them on awareness of the body. Experiences. One aspect that I want to also point out to you is that for 35 years the School of Damanhur is completely self-financed. This is a great honor, also a responsibility. Right now we are about financed 1/3 by the tuitions that come from all the parents from outside, and 2/3 are financed by the community of Damanhur. This covers the very basic cost of personnel. All the extra projects like the hanging classroom, the new street, are financed by donations, and so evermore we depend on support of people that like our project and that would like to contribute to it and be part of it. Behind me here you see one of the newest projects, very important and also quite big for us. It's a new street with an own access for the school. This allows the children to come and go in much greater security, which for us obviously is of prime priority. It costs more than 30,000 euros. We have gathered already more than 7,000 euros thanks to the generosity of our brothers and sisters in the world. If you would like to contribute, it would be fantastic, and you can make a bank wire to the bank account that we show you. Thank you.
We're happy to announce that the construction work of the creation of a village nucleo in the Valletta Azzurra, a valley just some kilometers away from the Damnahur Crea, has finally begun. The project was born as a way to experiment new ways of living in a nucleo and in community, creating a village in which the people have their individual houses that are built around the common central house. The old house on the territory has been torn down, and now the terrain is being prepared to create the terraces on which the new houses will be built. Our wish is to share our ideas of the project itself with all Valletta citizens. And in this we would like to open a discussion and an exchange of ideas of new ways and models to live in community. If you're interested in following the creation process of this project, we invite you to follow our Facebook page, Valletta Azzurra.